So I just want you to raise your right hand. Just wave it, folks. Just wave. Just look at who is in the room, who is in this space. This is how we create community. This is how we celebrate each other and our lived experience. We now acknowledge those who are in our presence. So again, good morning to everyone. You have a program on your chairs. We're going to follow the program as printed. What I would now like to do is introduce my friend, my sister friend, my family member. I would like to bring Dr. Sidni L. Shorter up. She is the Executive Director and CEO for the Utah Black Chamber of Commerce. And then we will just follow the program as printed. Please welcome Dr. Sidni Shorter.
This is what we do. Good morning. So I am from Louisiana, and Miss Emma, my sister, I still call her Miss Emma because I'm from Louisiana. So I'm going to do it this way. She asked you to wave. Hey, y'all. Thank you. I love it. I love it. I love it. On this day, I often talk about how important it is to pause. We are all incredibly busy with our lives, doing important things, even the things that we think are insignificant. They're all important because it requires your time. This day, this commemoration, this recognition requires our time. That is the most valuable thing that we have, other than our health. And so what I would like to do, since I am the keynote, is just to give you a few keys. I'd like to share that I had the fortunate pleasure of spending some years with my great-grandmother, who was born in 1858 in Louisiana. But what I have in my possession is a family treasure, which was her Bible. She was born in 1858. The first entry is 1872. But she was reading and she was writing. Therefore, she was illegal. She was breaking the law. Those are some strong shoulders for me to stand on. And so I don't take it lightly. And so when I say pause, I think it's critically important that we pause to think about the significance of where America was then. And there are some things that we can raise our heads up high and say, you know what? We've done some great things. But when we really pause and ponder, we recognize that there is still work to be done. And so I'm often asked, well, what should I do on Juneteenth? A couple keys that I would give you. Reflect. I ask this question often, and I ask this question in my community. Have you read the Emancipation Proclamation? Don't raise your hand. It's just fine. But what's interesting about that document, considering I'm from Louisiana, there were about 11 or 12 parishes that were excluded from the Emancipation Proclamation. There were counties in Virginia and Maryland that were excluded from the Emancipation Proclamation, and it's written very clearly that the enslaved would be free, except for. And even today, there's still some except for. So let's reflect in honesty, in transparency, but then let's educate ourselves. Let's educate ourselves on what was, what is, and what needs to happen. Then let's evaluate even ourselves. And how will I either respond, contribute, impact, influence, observe, ignore? All of those things are options. But take some time to do that today. And then I ask, if you, with that education, can encourage someone, anyone, if there's just a nugget that you will learn today and share it, because there are lots of questions about it. And what's interesting is that around this country, around this nation, there are many who have no idea what we are talking about and what we are doing today or why. That's still part of our reality. That shows us that there's still work to be done. After we educate and we encourage, can we empower? And what does that look like for me? What does that look like for you? And so I think if we take the time today to think about Juneteenth, and not so much what it meant then, but what it means right now. What does it mean for us today? And I say us. It's an inclusive statement. Because we all are, and I love that it says, and we still rise. We is inclusive. We includes all of us. And let me say it in the best way that I possibly can, and this is one of the things that I love about being in Utah, is that I always say that when you go into a space, it's really reflective of what community really should look like, because everybody's here. So, and still we rise. So if you didn't take any notes, please note this. Juneteenth is not a Black holiday. It is our holiday. It is something that we should really be proud of. It is significant, as flawed as the past was, as cumbersome as the path and the journey and the obstacles and the challenges to even get to June 19th, 1865. We still have many before us, and I say if they did it then, we should be encouraged that we can do it now. There is still work to be done. The last key I will give you when we talk about and still we rise, let's make sure that we spend intentional time elevating each other, elevating the whole notion around what Juneteenth means, because it is truly about all of us as a collective, as Americans. Happy Juneteenth Day. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you. My responsibility here today is to provide libation in remembrance of our ancestors. And welcome to this third annual one. And I want to thank Miss Emma because I didn't realize 3 years ago that that was the first one. And so it is a privilege to be able to say that you were able to participate in an inauguration of something and to be a part of the growing of the community. And I'd like to take a point to say, please look at the op-ed on Juneteenth in the Salt Lake Tribune today. It will provide some more of that background that Sidni just gave you. So libation is a ritual of life. From the papyrus of honor, from the Book of the Dead, which is Kemet. Pour libation for your father and mother who rest in the valley of the dead. God will witness your action and accept it. Do not forget to do this even when you are away from home. For as you do for your parents, your children will do for you also. So as we get started, we want to recognize our elder mother and father here. Those of you who've been here and previously know what this is about. And so sometimes we ask for our elders, and sometimes they're a little shy about their age. So I want to recognize the eldest mother in this room, and I want to recognize the eldest father in this room. And when you depart here today, you be sure that you speak to these folks because they're elders and we respect our elders, right? All right. So we're going to start off this way. A sister in here who is older than 65? Okay. Older than 70? Wow. Okay, older than 75? Okay, 71, 72, 73, so 70. And what's your name, sister? Valerie? Oh, I'm just gonna say Mother Valerie, okay? I'll make it easy on myself. Okay, and let's see who is the oldest father in this place today, starting at 60. There's no man in here older than me? Okay, so let's back up. How about 50? 55? 65? Oh, I missed you in the back. What's your name? I didn't hear him. Dr. Martell Teasley. So we're going to say Father Martell. Okay. So as I said previously, let's make sure that we show our respects to our elders today and greet them properly when we are prepared to depart. Libation in Africa is a ritual of heritage, and so it is with us today. It is a drink offering to honor and please the Creator, our sacred ancestors, humans present and not present, as well as the environment. Our purpose is to promote oneness and balance of beings and things, safeguarding the correct relations among and between all the being and things in existence. We perform libation with pure water, the ultimate agent of both physical and spiritual purification. Libation helps to overcome fears, anxieties, and frustrations. It promotes knowledge of and respect for elders, for ancestors, for hope and healing, and unity and harmony. It reinforces our common bonds. It moves us towards the achievement of solidarity As in the traditional African approach to life, we seek the influence of right and righteousness, justice and harmony, balance, respect, and human dignities. Notions of order and balance represent a deeper meaning of Ashe. Ashe is the power to make things happen and to produce change. And we're going to practice that word one time. Say Ashe. All right, that gives us the power to make things happen and produce change. It is given by Odolamaro to everything: gods, ancestors, spirits, humans, animals, plants, rocks, and rivers. It is voiced words such as songs, prayers, praises, swearings, and even everyday conversations. Existence is dependent on it. So we want to first, before we do our libation, request permissions here from our Mother Valerie and our Father Martel to continue with our libations. And I would like to bring to mind by saying Ashe. Ashe. As we begin, it is important that you realize that when you perform libation, you are awakening the ancestors. They are the faithful who have suffered 600 years of enslavement in Brazil, Mexico, Central America, the Caribbeans, the United States, Canada, and Australia. They are the survivors of oppression and temples of indomitable wills. They are the vessels of faith that have transcended and overcome. They are the exemplars of the greatest stories of faith in God. We call them into our presence by calling them by their names and saying, Ashe. We thank our ancestors and beseech their support to bring stability to our lives, to bring clarity to our minds, to cleanse our hearts, and protect them from harm. We ask that they bless us with their indomitable spirits, their faithful grace, and their ancient wisdom. We call them our Father and Mother pioneers. We call them our Father and Mother who through suffering built our homes, our heritage, and our culture. We give homage and thanks to our God and our ancestors. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you, Ms. Emma, for organizing everything and inviting me to attend today and to be a part of this special occasion. I'm Jeanetta Williams. I'm president of the NAACP Salt Lake branch, as well as a member of the president of the Tri-State Conference for Idaho, Nevada, and Utah. Our branch was founded in 1918. But today, we are here for a flag raising. Flags have symbolic meaning everywhere, from the American flag to the Pan-African flag. The first flag that represented the holiday was created in 1997 by Ben Haidt, the founder of the National Juneteenth celebration. Three years later, artist Lisa Jean Graff explained on her website that she fine-tuned the original version, resulting in the flag we see today. This was the same year that Haidt led the holiday's initial flag-raising ceremony in Boston's Roxborough Heritage Park, according to the National Juneteenth Observance Foundation. What do the flag colors and symbols mean? You'll see that the Juneteenth flag uses the exact same colors as the United States flag, red, white, and blue. And this was intentionally and meant to show that the formerly enslaved and their descendants are free Americans too. I would also like to mention that it signifies that Black history in this country is American history. According to the NJOF, here's what the individual symbols depicted in the flag represent. They are a new horizon, meaning fresh opportunities and promising futures for Black Americans. The star, not only is it a nod to the Lone Star, where Juneteenth was first celebrated in 1865, but it also stands for the freedom of every Black American in all 50 states. The burst, the outline surrounds the star, is meant to reflect a nova, or new star, which represents a new beginning for all. And in 2007, the date of the first Juneteenth, June 19, 1865, was added to this flag. And now you know the meaning of the Juneteenth flag. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Cynthia Harris. I am a master's student here at the University of Utah. I am pursuing a degree in vocal performance. And today I am offering a song. This song is Pie Jesu from Maurice Doriflay's Requiem. The lyrics of the song are Pie Jesu, dona eis requiem, and it translates to Merciful Lord, please grant them eternal rest. Please join me in reflection. Please join me in love. Please join me in heart space, in thanking and praying for our ancestors, for all of the work, the shoulders that we stand upon, and grant them eternal peace.
I am just going to, like my sister said, pause for just a moment and take in what has just happened today here at the University of Utah. Knowing that we are an institution that provides opportunities to learn, to grow, for students to be successful. Our intent is to educate. And what you have heard today, what you have experienced today, is just a very small portion of the history that we have here in these United States that we call home. Our intent is to celebrate all of the goodness that all of us bring collectively together. Our intent is to create community. Our intent is to be united and to form unity and to be one, to support and to uplift each other. So when we celebrate this particular day, what we are celebrating is all of us. All of the trials, all of the triumphs, all of the successes, all of the challenges. We are celebrating a resilient people, and we are that collective of that community. I want to thank everyone for being here. I said I was going to pause, didn't I? Let me pause. We just want to thank everyone for being here today. What I would like to do is I am going to invite my friend, my sister friend, my sorority friend. She's not my friend, she's my sister, Dr. Frances P. Battle. And I am going to hand the Juneteenth flag off to Dr. Battle, and she is going to lead the processional out to the flagpole. So when she takes this flag from me, we all are going to stand and follow her out to the flagpole, and our honor guard will help us lower the U.S. flag, attach the Juneteenth flag, and raise the two flags together. What that symbolizes is unity. It symbolizes community. So let me get down these stairs. Give me a second. Let me pass this flag on to Dr. Frances P. Battle, and we will follow and go to the flagpole. Thank you.